Hey, how's it going, big dreamers? Your lady Vitamin Katie is here. I'm a registered dietitian and food freedom and body image coach. I love helping women break free from body image and weight being attached with their health and fitness goals. Since it's a new year, 2022, I'm going to be going over the most important thing that I talked about probably the most with my patients and my clients throughout 2021, this idea that rest is in fact productive. Let's get into it. The 10 reasons why rest is productive. Number one, it prevents coping mechanisms like binging. Have you ever felt like, oh, I just need to get all these things done, and then you gotta eat those snacks while you're getting things done? Maybe you're rewarding yourself with sweets or things like alcohol. These rewards and these coping mechanisms aren't necessary when we're allowing ourselves the space and the time to rejuvenate. Number two, rest is productive because it allows us to monitor our way of being. When we step back, when we take a break, we're allowing ourselves to see, okay, what way of being am I being as I'm going about my productivity, as I'm going about this task? Am I being stressed? Am I being angry, frustrated, overwhelmed? Or am I being at peace? Am I being grateful? Am I being joyful? When we give ourselves that space to expand into, oh my gosh, I get to do this, I'm being happy, I'm being grateful, I'm being confident as I step into doing this, that requires that break, that requires that space to remind us to reflect. How am I being? Reason number three that rest is so productive, it reminds us what really matters. Is all that matters the check off the to-do list? Or does our holistic health matter? Does our happiness matter? Do our relationships matter? In this life, when it comes to holistic health and what really is productive, remember that our goal is not just to check things off the to-do list. Our goal is to live a healthy, happy, balanced lifestyle where we're laughing and able to really actually enjoy the fruits of our labor. It's not just about burning ourselves out, and allowing ourselves to rest, allowing ourselves to celebrate, to spend time with loved ones. This is an opportunity to witness what really is important to us, what success looks like to us. Number four, self-love and self-care. Just like going for a run and meal prepping are acts of self-care, taking a chance to take a break, go for a walk, meditate, this is an act of self-love. This is cultivating that worthiness within ourselves. I am worthy of creating some space to simply breathe, of creating some space to nurture my soul and to be with myself, to feed that primary food, which is unlike actual food that we eat, which I consider secondary food. We're taking care of our energetic beings. Rest is so productive because we need to be taking care and loving ourselves. We're not just beating ourselves up like strict managers, like really horrible bosses, just pointing out all of the flaws going on with us and forcing ourselves to do more. No, we're nurturers. We're practicing self-love, we're practicing self-care, and that rest is incorporated in that. Number five reason why rest is so productive is because rest pulls us out of a victim mentality. Often when we don't allow ourselves to rest, we say, ugh, I have to do this, I need to do that, and my life is just ugh. I feel like such a victim, and every single cell in our bodies is responding to that. Every cell in our bodies is feeling stressed out and overwhelmed. And of course, this is going to create dis-ease or disease within the body. So let's make sure to witness, oh my gosh, let's take a step back from what we're doing. Just like I said in number two, we get to monitor our way of being, we get to be confident. Let's monitor that we're actually empowered in what we're choosing to do. I get to do this. I don't have to, I want to. Whether it be washing the dishes or, I don't know, something silly. I have dishes to wash. I have running water, right? We get to do these things, and we get to choose that empowered mentality once we take a step back, once we take a break, once we rest, okay? we get to witness, we are so empowered. We're not victims. We're creating this reality. We don't have to go to the bathroom. We have healthy intestines, a healthy digestive tract, we have a toilet. We truly get to go to the bathroom. So take that space, make sure that we rest so that we witness all that we get to do. Number 6, the energy, the focus, and the quality of your work, it can only get better if we allow ourselves to rest. There's no way that any of us could possibly perform at 100% when we're just constantly binging, coping, trying to get things done. That does not look like quality work. That does not look like a radical positive impact on others or on your workspace or on the environment. That looks like struggle and just radiating stress and negativity. So be sure to witness, okay, how do I want this product, whether it be a product, a service, whatever it is that you're passionate about, if I want to put forth something of quality, it's important that I'm delivering from a full cup. Let my cup overflow so that everybody can reap the benefits of who I am, instead of giving from an empty cup or from a half full cup. You're going to feel depleted. People aren't going to be able to really enjoy who you are and what you're able to provide. They're not going to enjoy it, and you're not going to enjoy it. So it's important it's so important to rest so that you're able to really provide, really give, really share, really be generous in a way that feels good. Very important reason number 7 why rest is so productive. Let's freaking change this narrative. There's a very aggressive masculine narrative right now that go, do, get things off the to-do list, and this will lead to health and happiness. This will lead to success. Is that necessarily the case? In fact, the more that we burn ourselves out, the more that we work ourselves to the bone, the more that we're working 60+ hour work weeks and not spending any time for ourselves, for our family, for our friends, for our loved ones in the name of success and not letting others down, we're actually letting everyone down, letting ourselves down, because we're not actually able, just like I mentioned before, we're not actually able to let our vital cup overflow to provide that positivity, right? Let's be that example. Let's change the narrative and show people what actually a healthy, balanced lifestyle looks like, that is productive, that is so rejuvenating and positive and balanced, that says, hey, I have a boundary at 4 p.m. I'm leaving and I'm going to go to this yoga class. Don't worry, like, I'm getting my things done. Everything's going to be done and done well. And I'm the type of person who, that's just who I am. I set boundaries. I'm going to yoga at this time. I'm meal prepping at this time, right? This is an act of self-care, and it's changing the narrative. When everybody else is still at the office and still working, you're going to say, hey everybody, I'm going to yoga. Put that mental health, put your health and your happiness on the top of the priority list, and let others do the same. Be a role model, set an example for your coworkers, your friends, your family, your children. This is super necessary if we want to see chronic disease be reversed. If we want to see these coping mechanisms go away, we need to be the example and allow others to feel like they too can carve out time in their schedule to go to yoga, to get that salad, to make that healthy option, right? Let it start with you. Number 8, this has to do with sleep. Did you know that if you get less than 7 hours of sleep every night, you're 55% more likely to become obese? Why is that, you might ask? Well, if you get less than 7 hours of sleep, you're much more likely to have food cravings, carbohydrate cravings, cravings for sugar, fatty foods, things like chocolate, things like ice cream. You're much more likely to have depression, to have anxiety, to have mood swings. And you're much more likely to not want to exercise and not want to take care of yourself, all right? So rest is so productive. Make sure that you take time out of your schedule to say, hey, I'm going to bed at this hour so I can wake up at this hour, making sure that you get 7 to 8 at least hours of sleep, hours of rest. You cannot possibly be following a meal plan, following a fitness plan if you're not sleeping enough. It's just not going to happen. So this year, before you even buy that gym membership or whatever it is, Let's see if you can make for darn sure that you're getting enough sleep. Number 9, this gets so overlooked. Stretching. Practicing exercises that are going to improve our range of motion. Practicing exercises that are going to prevent injury, and thinking about long term. I have a lot of people reaching out to me, we want meal plans, we want fitness plans. Like I said, before we do this, let's think about, hey, am I getting enough rest? And hey, am I taking any time to do complementary exercises? So this doesn't have to look like yoga. It can look like 5 minutes of stretching, right? And it doesn't have to be every single day. I just invite you to witness that there are more forms of exercise besides lifting weights that are extremely good for you and can be really rejuvenating. Just because it's a rest day doesn't mean that you just sit on the couch and do absolutely nothing. Maybe that looks like some stretching. Maybe that looks like some, doing some neck rolls, doing some shoulder rolls. As we are on our desks, right, hunched over time, those fibers build up and become calcified, and it's going to become harder and harder for us to have our full range of motion as we get older. So a lot of people, are you still able to look all the way? If you imagine people who are older driving really, really have a hard time looking back, things like that, making sure we're doing exercises that open up our chest if you're sitting at a desk often. Otherwise, those shoulders are going to collapse in. So incorporate some stretching this year, all right, everybody? This is the last, but definitely not least, reason why rest is so productive. We need balance. We need to feel excited to have that discipline. Just like I mentioned previously, how rest is an act of self-care, productivity is an act of self-care. I get to take care of myself. I get to set up myself with discipline. At this time, I'm going to go for a run. At this time, I'm going to make my green smoothie, right? We set ourselves up for success. So why not in that schedule some time for rest, for rejuvenation, so that we can feel balanced, so that we can feel like productivity is productive. If we don't rest, productivity feels like forced. It feels like there's a lot of resistance there. It feels like I don't want to do this. Just like the have to versus get to. The most important reason why rest is productive is because it incorporates balance into our lives, so that we can feel grounded, so that we can feel at peace, so that we can truly, truly experience what holistic health and optimal health feels like. Be on the lookout for the next video going over lots of different ways to practice productive rest. How we can incorporate this into our work days. Hit me up on Instagram at vitamin.katie. If you would like to experience one-on-one consultations and have a plant-based personalized meal plan that's personalized for you, definitely fill out an application. The link is in the description below. And thank you so much for watching. Acknowledge yourself right now for doing something to take care of yourself. Just by watching this video, you have allowed yourself to rest, to take in some information, to be the best version of yourself this year. And I'm so excited and grateful to be a part of your journey. Like this video if you liked it. Please hit that big red subscribe button. And I'm excited to see you in the next video. Much love. Bye.